What's good, y'all? It's katana-ace back again with another video. Today we're going to be playing Doki Literature Club. At the beginning of the game, it said all of the characters in the game are at the age of 18, so I'm hoping that all of them are at the age of 18, so I can do some, if you know what I mean. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Why do you say that? Oh shit, I gotta change the screen a little bit. Okay, there. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience from playing this game. What? Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No, I don't want spoilers, so no. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. What could be possibly in this game, bro? I agree. Fuck it. Team Salvado, Serenity Forge. This game is not suitable. Bro, okay, I get it. Bro, I've seen a million different people play this game, bro, back in like 2017. Please enter your name. Actually, wait, no. I want to go back. Settings. How do I enable content warnings? No, this is good enough. So I'm gonna do a new game. Type ace. There we go. Now we lock in the fucking. Alright. Oh shit. What did I say? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Hey! How do I... Okay. That girl is Shiori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's going to chase me after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. But only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Ace. Well, if people are staring at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As you draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Ace, have you decided on the clubs to join yet? A club? I told you I'm ready. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our mini conversations where I dismissively go on with whatever she's talking about. Hold on, I gotta turn down the volume real quick. Okay, there. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I don't know that you're happy now, but I'd die at the moment of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Well, at least promise you try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm not the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought I'd let you know. Well, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your goddamn club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Damn! I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Who is she? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, thanks. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escaping me in this situation. Hold on, let me... Okay, there we go. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's not? And she's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who keeps apparently comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's good to see you again, Ace. Monika smiles sweetly. We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. She's smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Ace. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been right in, so there's at least one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs your wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one and then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Maybe it wasn't for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Not for, you, dummy. Alright. Is she like a tsundere or something? I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a tea cup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea hope you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I admit that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Oh, I'm stretching. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the fun club and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. There's like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow into this club before we graduate. Grow this club, I mean. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Ace, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I only have a good way of answering that. Manga? I'm not recording this myself, hat choking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that go deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is so amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the morning I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her confident in the world of books and not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological events usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. Bro! At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me to a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write something about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? There's a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. Looks like you're working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on his shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example of how Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other to strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Ace? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at, and that is my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought Ace, you all. I'm defensive against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sorry wraps her arms around you, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the comics, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once more. Ace, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety well up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Ace, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because you always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. It's been 17 minutes. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Shiori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I be really happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Who would I pick though? I'm gonna save here. I don't know. Should I write for Natsuki or should I write for Yuri? I don't know. No, that's not what I want. I want to write for her instead. Wonderful marriage sensation. So I'll just pick things that are related to surreal horror and stuff like that. Intellectual. Fuck. Captive. Hopeless? Scars. You like scars? Fantasy. Okay, I'm confused. Insight. Fester. Graveyard. Cheeks? I like ass cheeks too. That is not what it's talking about. Vivacious. Vertigo. Crimson. King of Crimson! And recreated. Nightgown. Fuck. I don't know. Dazzle. Anxiety. Disoriented. Ambient. Okay, it's more or less like for the whole fucking crew. Hi again, Ace. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Ace. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Zero told me he didn't even want to join many clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out for what. But if you don't take it seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps your manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops herself back into her seat. Don't worry guys, Ace always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He also makes busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. I almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I'd be a little jealous. How come? You and Ace can be good friends too? It's Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the real situation she just put me into. Oh, you even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches out into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want to make you feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this! I enthusiastically take the book. Well, we can read it at your own pace. And I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more. But at the same time, I will feel bad for distancing her from reading. I try to catch a glimpse of her book. What? Oh, I thought I fucking destroyed the fucking shit. It looks like she had the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. The man only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm already sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just had to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over on the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. And she gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Haha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Ace? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. Hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and inclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I shouldn't let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I can't forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really think you don't need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I happened to put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip it to the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. I just realized that the fact that I'm reading this out loud, so there are some people that can hear me, and I'm getting a little, I don't know, embarrassed. It's whatever though. I'm doing this for my YouTube shit. That is, reading a company for someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I'll open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... You really apologize about it, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slam my desk towards up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left of the book between her thumb and the forefinger. She looking kinda, I don't know. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips out to her side. Then holding it like this, we're hardly even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face when she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Just turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glanced over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I might be impatient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it float to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in other ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. She's just afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it to your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of somebody from Madison, it seems. I see. Yuri remains still silent for a moment. But Ace, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time that we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time for way too long. Yuri exhaled spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. But would you prefer only reading with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a little bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've really never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Siri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Siri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bag. I'll do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? There we go. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers his mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. Oh, he's going to hit me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You used some imagery and metaphors indicating you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and reads my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I have been through them myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick their writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds the train of her thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. I'm learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, diving. It must be this one. The last remaining street light like Deku upscale, and to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. ... I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I was thinking I know, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I just think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. When it's too short, I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since I first started sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you the ghost, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that Poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too. So, nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two about you from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, and in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Ace. Me too. Should I show my poem to next? I'm gonna show Monica the last. I don't know who to pick between Sayori and Natsuki.
Natsuki.
Well, pick Natsuki? Okay.
Both are peak actually. Fuck Yuri.
Well, what would you say if I picked Yuri first?
Kill you, bitch!
Damn. Okay, which one?
They're all peak except Yuri.
Okay, just pick a random one.
Monica.
Okay, Monica. Hi, Ace. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, things we can do, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to pick things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring these things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. The good thing with visual novel games like Doki Doki and Persona 3 Reload is the fact that there's history. Sometimes I accidentally skip dialogue in Undertale, and I just have no way of bringing it back, bruh. And I think the same thing happened with, oh yeah, it happened with Danganronpa as well. Anyway, like to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Ace. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's that sort of barrier they'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have Monica my poem. Great job, Ace. I was going in my mind while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not totally fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Like Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure we'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently, like King Crimson. I gotta stop with these JoJo references, man. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you will never make any progress. True. Yeah. This is very good advice, bro. When you want to make something good, you just need to make it exist first, and then you can focus on polishing it. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it's to get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, I'm done with Yuri and Monica. Alright, who should I do next?
Sayori. Well, actually.
Any. Doesn't matter. You get to talk to them anyways.
Natsuki. ... Ace, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Oh, what? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
It's cause, I'll tell you why. It's cause you wrote too many words that are good for Yuri and not good for Natsuki. Like maybe you chose just one or two that Natsuki likes, but not enough.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's why you made it how.
Shut up. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, start somewhere, right? If you're still part of the first poem you went for, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you who I had to approve, but you're just better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? And your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. Huh? What do you mean by that? But if Natsuki is feeling proud, I won't take that away from her. Alright, Sayori is the last one, so I'm gonna show it to her. This is a good poem, Ace. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm not the kind of guy who will be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why you impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you just wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Ace. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Of course not. Trying new things for other people. That's something that only really good people can do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my only way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Like read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow into through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, and making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? I look above. The sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. I'm getting asked with just a little bit to the yes or no question. Forgot to do it last night. Well, I guess that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last one. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, don't forget that I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess we'll look forward to it. Phew. Well, I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is just a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Maya is Blender and Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri said, smiling sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki. Oh, damn! Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy? Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I tried to say something nice. You really have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it, which we did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Ace did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer. I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ace liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed with it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh shit's about to go down. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you just... And Yuri stands up as well. Oh shit. Maybe you're just jealous that Ace appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you feeling that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew the size of big girls. As soon as Ace started showing up, what the fuck? Natsuki? Natsuki, this doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls run towards me. Yeah, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Ace. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Ace. Wait, There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ace? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I knew anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, will probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Natsuki, Yuri... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki... What? I did not mean to pick Natsuki. I said help me, Sayori. I know I did. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri... Oh, thank God. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Ace. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings to our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are you even fighting in the first place? Because, well, also, Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. This unserious ass game, bruh. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I'll speak to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is more amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about the time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I think it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Ace, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. There was nothing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from yourself and friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the poems, kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to actually impress. I'll nod to myself with newfound determination. Ace, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. And Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, remember what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see them might make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Ace, it's really nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you and get along with everyone is what makes me happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I put Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's really easy to use Sayori as an eternal monologue thing sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Damn, it's been 55 minutes. Alright. I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you all so much for watching the first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to click the bell notifications to all so you can watch more videos like this. Make sure to also click the bell notifications to all. And share it with all your friends and family so you can watch this video as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all. Yes, sir. What the fuck is this? What is that? Hello? Okay, there. Hold on. Side stories? Trust Part 1. To hear all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DLC. Oh shit! What's it called? I think DLC Plus is like an expansion of the original game. I'm dumb, but like, you know what I mean, bruh. I want to set this as my wallpaper look. Hey, yeah.
Go right perfect Sayori, perfect Natsuki. Right perfect everyone.
That's actually pretty cool. Data collected 12%. Now what is this? Characters. Attributions. Nah. Poem words. File point. Words S point and point Y point. I think Sayori's winning words. Oh, that's actually pretty. Wait, that's actually pretty helpful. What the fuck?
I told you, bro.
Yeah, whatever. That's cool. I'm gonna actually utilize this a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you all so much for watching. See y'all.